Sound is the bridge between the body and soul. Welcome to the Unsaid Podcast. I'm Sneha. Today's guest is Zarine, a sound and energy healer who has lived in Dubai for 30 years. Formerly a primary school teacher, Zarine transitioned into the holistic wellness field over a decade ago. Her transformative work has taken her from local sessions to international retreats and festivals, including Al Ula and X Yoga. She has worked with individuals, corporates, and even government ministries. So without wasting much time, let's take straight into Ms. Zarine. Hello, Zarine. Thank you
Hi,
for being a part of the
Thank you
Unsaid
for
Podcast.
that introduction. Bless you.
Thank you so much. So I have introduced you very briefly, but we would like to hear it from you.
Yes, it's been an amazing journey. I loved teaching in the school, and I'm still very much in touch with the children and their parents. And the journey to sound has also been very interesting. I have been playing the sound instrument, especially the gong, for, yes, as you said, more than 10 years. And the feedback and the validations just keep coming and coming.
Amazing.
As time passes, you add on new instruments, you use your voice, you change things to suit the energies that keep shifting and moving and becoming higher and higher as we go through our evolution energetically. So it's always interesting, it's never boring, and I look forward to all my sessions.
And before we converse further with you, there's something really interesting on the table, and we would definitely like to know what this is.
Yes, this is what I use for all my introductions. So I will explain how sound works with the body with this water bowl. So we use the water bowl to explain that our bodies are made of 76% and more liquids. And as you listen to the sounds of the bowls and the gongs and the other instruments, the sound enters through every pore of your skin and the whole body becomes like a giant ear. Science tells us that water is a wonderful conductor for sound, so it takes the sound to every cell in the body that needs any kind of rest, any kind of relaxation, any kind of cleansing, clearing, restructuring, rejuvenating, and healing at a very deep cellular level. Science also tells us that we are made of atoms, and atoms have electrons in them, and electrons vibrate at different frequencies depending on where in the body they are. And so each electron can pick up the perfect frequency for itself from the sounds that emanate from the gongs and train to those sounds and fall into a beautiful space of balance.
Amazing. I can actually feel the vibration in the room.
Yes. And if you do it, anybody can do it. You will feel the vibration all through your arm and into your body as well.
I can already feel goosebumps.
Yes. Many people tear up when they just see this.
Yeah. And what's the speciality of the rose in it?
The rose has its own story.
Let's listen to it.
So during the initial sessions that I was doing in one of the centers, this local lady, she woke up and she was like, Zarina. And I'm like, yes, darling. She's like, I have a message for you. I said, yes, please share with me. She's like, we want you to put a rose in the water bowl. I don't know who she meant by we, but yes, I said, oh, that's such a beautiful message. I was not putting a rose then. And so after that, every single session, I have been taking a rose. And it just makes it look so much prettier.
And I can also smell it if I'm not mistaken.
That's amazing.
I can definitely smell.
Okay, thank you for sharing that.
The beautiful rose,
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's the first time somebody's told me that, but I guess because you're close.
Maybe, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
and very sensitive.
And very sensitive, yes, sensitive to energy for sure, because I still have goosebumps.
Bless you.
Okay, so, you do sound and gong meditation,
That's right.
So meditation in itself, it's so difficult for generations, like for our generation.
True.
Meditation is such a difficult task for generations, and especially our generation, because our mind just wanders.
Yes.
How can we develop the art of meditation?
So when people come to my session, I often joke that it's the easiest way to meditate, because they come in, they lie down, we give them a blanket, we give them an eye mask, and they just have to rest.
Right.
So they don't have their phones with them. It's like 1 hour of nothing but the meditation. And we don't ask you to fight your thoughts. That's another thing that's different for a sound meditation. You're free to think, you can plan your day, if you are able to, and that's the beauty of it. Because once the sound starts, people wake up and say, I don't know where I was. I feel like 10 minutes have only passed. It actually messes with time, because time, as we know, is not linear.
Right.
So people feel that it just goes so quickly. And this is the only time that the body can move deeper and deeper into rest and relaxation. So the amazing thing is, sometimes when people wake up and they have worn a Fitbit, they will show me their sleep pattern for that 1.25 hours, and it will be a complete rectangle. Whereas the night before, what we call deep sleep has gone, So even though the lady was thinking, the one who showed me this, the first one, which really made an impact on my understanding of what's happening in the body, she actually turned twice during the session, and we always say, feel free to listen to your body, you can turn. And she said she heard every word I said and every sound I made, and yet her body had received this rest.
Yeah, because I've heard this from many industry speakers who have said that meditation is not silence. Like you rightly said, that let the thoughts flow, because the more you try to control it, the more it comes to you, right?
Exactly.
So like for a starter, for
Yes.
example, if somebody wants to just start, because
Yes.
it's in my friend circle, right? When we
Yes.
talk about this, they say, you know what, I can't meditate. I
Yes.
cannot sit
Yes.
in that meditative
Yes.
state. So
Yes.
what is your advice to somebody who
So
starts?
a very simple exercise that I can happily share with you is, if you just put your hands in your lap with your fingers and thumb tips touching, and you gently close your eyes and you start breathing deep into your heart. So we say deep into the innermost recess of your heart, where we have this beautiful spark of light that connects us to the creating energies. And you just breathe, focusing on that heart and its heartbeat. And you take a deep breath in, you hold it. Usually people give you different counts, but you can do it for 4. And you hold the in-breath, and then you exhale gently through your mouth for the count of 4. And you relax your shoulders, you do the second round, and you feel your body moving deeper and deeper onto the cushion, onto the chair. And you continue this breath for maybe 4 or 5 or 6 rounds, as much time as you have. Even if it's 1 minute and you do 3 rounds, it's very, very effective. What it does is it brings the body deep into center. With each breath, you can focus in the center of your forehead, in your nose. If you want to stop your chin, if you have more time, your neck, your heart, your solar plexus, just below your solar plexus where we have the sacral and the root. And you are actually bringing your whole body to balance.
So this is something which we can do.
Yes,
if
you
we
can
just
do it
want
in
to
an
start.
office. I used to do it in class for my students, and it's so effective. And many parents do it with their children as well. I've done sessions for kids as well and schools. So when I take the water bowl to the school, the children say to me, Miss, where's the battery? And when I do sessions for corporates, the guys will always knock on the mallet and say, Magnatis, wondering how it works. But it's just plain vibration and the beauty of sound. Cymatics is the word to type in to Google if you want, Cymatics, and it will give you so many videos and explanations of how sound works.
So like we were discussing before the show, right? We were having a small little chit chat, and then you said how sound can actually help in managing anxiety
Yes.
and sleep disorders.
Yes.
I think this is a major issue which all of us are facing in
Yes.
today's world,
Yes.
fast-paced, competitive world.
Yes.
So what is your advice on that?
I would just suggest that if somebody's having a real issue with sleeplessness, the easiest thing to do is to give your body something to do, because your monkey mind will otherwise keep playing, and give your mind something to do as well. So you just say to your body, you say to your mind, put my body to sleep, please. And you say it 3 times, and honestly, it will happen. Try it. Also, you can have recorded sounds from nature. You can have, chime sounds. You can have sounds for the singing bowls. And you can just have this ambient sound around you, and I'm sure it would put you to sleep.
Yeah, I think a lot of people listen to rainfall.
Yes, rainfall as well.
Rainfall music, I think that's the most popular.
Yes.
Somehow people like the sound of the water.
Yes, you're right. I have a huge rain stick, which is the first instrument I use in my sessions, and that really puts people into deep relaxation.
So what's the scientific reason behind sound affecting your mind to such an extent?
Well, it's very complicated, I would say, but the simple way of explaining it is that because your body goes into this deep state of rest, your mind, the waves, so everything starts with sound, darling. So sound waves compact and become light, where we put in colors as well. Light waves compact and become shape. So sound, light, and shape are the three foundation blocks to all of creation. And the mind has all these different levels of brainwave states, right? Alpha, beta, theta, gamma, delta. And so the sounds will take you through all these different brainwave states at different times in the session. So a particular instrument might put you deep, deep, deep into rest and relaxation. And another sound, which might be slightly different or louder, will bring you back, kind of. You won't really open your eyes and come back, but it will bring your mind back. So you are again in a state of awareness. And so this is how it moves you through different brainwave states into a meditative state, a theta state, into moving deeper into a sleep state. We have people sleeping and snoring through the sessions. Yes. So initially, I also say before they start, feel free to fall asleep and snore. We welcome all sounds and vibrations.
Yeah.
So we don't wake somebody up when they are snoring, because we just tell people, allow the sound to weave itself into your meditation.
Yeah, I've experienced this in one of my sound healing meditation class, where people are like snoring and I'm like wide awake and I'm like, hey, listen, I mean, my mind is all over.
Yes, but that is more your concern than the person's concern who's snoring,
right?
Because gradually people begin to let go and surrender. And once you let go and surrender, then you fall into that deep state as well.
You know, one major issue that we also face is focus to tasks.
Yes.
Because right now in this world of especially social media pressure, you're multitasking, right? Even whether it's in office or at home, you're always multitasking. You're doing three things together. How can we develop that focus and also have attention towards our tasks that we do in our daily life?
Again, I would just tell you to put your fingers and thumbs together and literally just breathe into your body. And this, because you're doing this, it just continuously keeps you in center and focused and balanced. And balance is the most important thing, darling. So when we say that sound balances the body, the mind, and the soul, it's basically bringing the right and left sides of your body into balance. It's bringing the right and left hemispheres, the creative and logical hemispheres, into balance. It's bringing the masculine and feminine side, yin, yang, alpha, omega, giving, receiving, solar and lunar. We have all these different sides. And you will also notice that, I'm sure you're aware that at certain times in the day, you breathe through a particular nostril. And normally when people wake up, they find that both their nostrils are open together, which means that the body is in perfect balance.
Wow. Yes. Yeah, there's so much to it.
There's so much connected to sound. The learning never ends. You keep adding new stuff, new instruments, new topics for meditation. So we have many different topics. We do full moon and new moon sessions where I write new meditations always, depending on the energies. We also have things like inner child healing, manifestation with quantum jumping, anger release, gratitude, Reiki self-healing. So there are many, many sessions.
So lastly, what can someone expect if they are attending your session for the first time?
I always say come with no expectations. And truly, often I've had people waking up and sometimes not just in tears, of course, that happens very regularly. And they share whatever they have felt or not felt. But there was once this lady who was really woke up very angry, and she was like, I'm so angry. I don't know why I'm so angry. And so we just have been taught by the Grand Gong Master, Don Conero, who was my teacher, is my teacher. And he always says, never get defensive. So we stand there and we smile and we just wait for the person to tell us. I'm like, darling, why do you think you were angry? So she like, I'm asking you and you're asking me and I'm angry and you're smiling. And so we continue smiling. And then she says, I guess because the anger had to come out. And then she looks at me and goes, when's the next session?
So there's a lot of outbreak of emotions, and we don't know which way, good or bad, ugly.
Yes, but the one thing that I have a lot of faith in is that sound always heals and never harms. And not many people will agree with me on this never harms bit, but I know that if you go to a certain practitioner or facilitator, you are meant to go to that person and your soul has to go through whatever learnings come from that session. So we never say that somebody is a good player or not good player. And if you're happy, you continue going back to the person. Otherwise, you keep trying. In Dubai, we are so blessed. We have more than 50 gong players now.
Right. So whatever resonates with you,
and
you
the
just
more
go for
people that gong and Dubai is so blessed. And I always feel that the energy of Dubai is always benefiting from everybody that gongs everywhere, almost every day, Right. Somebody or the other is gonging in Dubai.
Thank you, Zarine. Thank you so much.
My
It was
pleasure.
an amazing session with you, and
My
this was
pleasure.
beautiful. I think I still have goosebumps.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
You're most welcome, darling. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.